Abeg, bros, make you help me fix this my keke first. I go pay you later now.
They said Paul could ride his tricycle through fire if there was money on the other side. In the hot, restless city of Warri, he was known for shouting his slogan, "I know they carry last, I they carry cash." But behind that bold voice was a man sinking in shame. Paul had dreams, big ones, but dreams cost money, and money didn't like staying in his pocket. His tricycle was old, leaking oil like palm wine from a cracked keg. Every day, mechanics laughed at him when he begged to fix it on credit.
Abeg, bros, make you help me fix this my keke first. I go pay you later now.
Paul, pay your last debt first, they would shout, throwing oily rags at him. One Monday morning, a meat seller dragged him in front of the market women, shouting,
You think you can just carry my meat and not pay me?
"You eat meat last week. You said the alert is coming. Where is the alert?" They tore his shirt, cursed him. One woman even spat on his slippers. Still, Paul didn't stop. He walked like a madman, riding from Jakpa to Efurun Junction with an engine that sounded like a crying goat. But no matter how much he walked, it was never enough. His landlord gave him 3 final warnings. He owed a woman for Gary. Even the local POS girl stopped answering his greetings. That was when Odoma entered his life.
You know they carry last, and they carry cash.
It started like a miracle. Odoma was rich, calm, mysterious. He said little, but what he said stayed. "Are the head boys who won't leave suffer behind," he told Paul after one ride. "But you must get mine." Paul laughed. "Bros, give me chance. My mind strong like Obono." The next day, Odoma gave him a job. "Carry this bag, don't open it. Drop it by 2 a.m. near the cemetery road." Paul hesitated, but the 200,000 he received the next morning silenced his questions. From there, things moved fast. Bags, boxes, night trips to villages he didn't know existed. He once picked up a girl who looked too pale to be alive. She didn't speak, just stared at him the whole ride. When he dropped her and looked back, the place he dropped her was empty. He told Odoma. Odoma laughed. "You dey think say spirit no dey enter Oba?" The real change came after the gathering. Odoma took him to a bush path near Sapele. There were 7 men in white, a fire, and a wooden boss that cried like a newborn. They told Paul it was just a cleansing. He only had to hold the child and say, "I accept." He did. After the cleansing, Paul rose fast like smoke from burning wood. Within a year, he was unrecognizable. 2 houses in Warri, 1 in Benin, a fleet of tricycle bearing his new name, Money Moves Express. He wore native with gold, spread money like water at weddings. Pastors called him to testify. People called him Chairman Money. Even his enemies respected him with fear in their voices. But money from blood doesn't sit still. One morning, his landlord was found dead, eyes wide open, mouth full of sand. The meat seller who harassed him collapsed in the middle of cutting beef. Doctors said heart failure. People said Paul had just arrived minutes before. At first, he called it coincidence, but things turned darker. Passengers vanished after riding with him. The confraternity, the Brotherhood of the Crooked Moon, began enforcing new rules. Odoma called one night, "Chairman, things have changed. The spirits want monthly payment in full." "What kind of payment?" Paul asked. "Chest tight. You will deliver one sacrifice, a person, or lose what you have built." Paul hesitated. "I thought we were done with that phase." Odoma hissed. "Nobody ever really stops. You either serve or you suffer." Paul tried to outsmart them, paid a fake herbalist to cleanse his soul, tried to disappear to Ghana, tried to pray. Nothing worked. His first mansion in Warri caught fire. Neighbors swore they saw a shadow dancing inside the flames. His Benin house was seized after a strange land dispute. His bank account, 62 million naira, vanished overnight. They said it was system glitch, but he knew better. Worse still, his skin began to peel like roasted yam. Doctors were confused. No medical explanation, they said. He became a walking corpse. The confraternity gave him one last chance. Give us your mother, a voice whispered through his phone one night. Paul screamed through the phone, but it kept ringing and ringing and ringing. Then came the final disgrace. It was a Friday, a market day. Paul, broken, barefooted, staggered into the same place he used to boast. His once golden tricycle had been stolen. The clothes on his back were borrowed. He begged for water. Someone offered him sachet water and then slapped it out of his hands. You think say you go use people blood, build house and go escape? A woman screamed. People gathered. Someone shouted, "Na Paul be this?" In seconds, insults flew like stones. Someone filmed him. Another threw mud. Paul wept in the gutter where he once drove past with convoy. And then he looked up. Across the road, standing still, was the pale girl from months ago alongside Paul's sister Ijeoma that he had sacrificed. They raised their hand. Paul screamed and then collapsed. His body was found the next morning, face down, eyes wide open, mouth full of black sand. No one claimed him, no family, no friends. His houses, all burnt or repossessed. His name, wiped from the street. They say if you pass the old Warri roundabout at night and you hear a tricycle horn 3 times, don't look back. You might see Paul pushing it slowly, crying, trying to ride back to the life he sold.